Ang Arco kasi kapag nilagyan mo ng load, bubuka yan eh. Bubuka siya. Eh yung Pier 8 nasa gitna ng ilog, napakataas na. Yun na yung pinakamataas kong columns. So, slender na siya. Madali na siyang itulak.
I just want to make that clarification kasi mahirap dito sabihin sino talaga yung may kasalanan. But to say it's purely based on the design, unfair. No?
Despite na palagi nandun si designer on site to supervise it at sinusunod namin lahat yung mga approved plans, nagkaroon pa rin ng problema na ganyan. So I suspect na may design flaws.
Bakit bumagsak? Pero since parang lahat sila sa iyo ngayon tumitingin, do you want to answer that now or the next time? Parang lumalabas sila kahit na daw hindi splinit, palpak daw yung design. Sabi ni Mr. Pinales, meron repair, meron retrofitting. Ikaw magsabi, ano yung repair doon?
Ang sabi ni Mr. Abinales,
Kailangan malaking
yung construction na
nung una pa
doon
nga
sa
ginagawa
construction,
to kasi naging umabot
failure.
900
Dahil doon sa
million
phasing,
na yung
may
original
phasing.
na budget.
Phasing
Umabot
lang
ng
po.
1.2
Kasi may
dahil
phase 1 to
nag-refit.
8.
Bakit nag-refit?
Yung
Nung
phase 1
nagko-
Dahil sa
construction
phasing,
pa lang, may
bumuka.
nakita
Yes.
na.
Dahil bumuka,
Gumagalaw.
sunod-sunod na yung depekto.
Yun ang
Kaya
kwan ko,
kailangan balikan.
Mr.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
The whole process is...
Your
the
Honor,
whole process,
Well,
okay
sige, sir,
naman,
take a
yung
deep breath.
construction,
Nagdi-discuss lang tayo.
yung
Tubig muna, sir, para
contractor,
bigyan
sinundan
Okay
naman
lang,
ang
okay lang.
plano.
Kasi yun ang doon
By the
sa
book naman yung
time
kanyang
ng
ginawa. Sa
September 9,
specifications yung kanilang ginawa.
2000,
Yun lang yung specifications, mali.
18 or 19,
So this
there
is a
was a
design
presentation
problem.
done
Napos,
by Mr. Abinales
this is a
tungkol sa
44-ton
retrofitting work.
Dapat 44
So,
tons
nagkaroon po
acceptable.
ng presentation at nandun po kung ano yung cost
over
failure
100
ng
tons yan.
bridge.
Dalawa
Doon
yan.
sa pinapakita
Ang
ninyo
dumaan.
na 935 fails, yun po ay dahil doon sa dalawang design pinagkumpara. Yung unang design na ginawa ni Mr. Cañete, LFD, and design na doon sa new code. Yung 935, nakita nyo po yun, doon sa
Sir,
LFD.
sir, yung new code, retrofit yon kasi upgrade mo.
No, sir. Pero doon sa LFD na LFD na ginamit ni Mr. Cañete doon sa design niya, yun pa rin yung
So,
sinasabi ni Kwan doon sa report na design ni Cañete failed doon sa Kwan doon sa LFD.
And it caused the cracks.
Siyempre, sir. Kasi kung may failure na yung design.
And was it because of the design or
Yes,
Sir,
because
sir.
of the design, di
Sir,
ba nagsasabi sila.
Yeah, sir. Patapusin niyo ha. Is it cause of the design per se
Yes,
or is it because phase 1 and phase 2?
design na rin yun.
So, meaning sir, kung hindi phase 1, phase 2, bubuka ba yun o hindi?
Yung
Di ba, sinasabi niyo lahat ng problema nag-ugat nung phase
bubuka pa rin, sir, kasi failure na yung yung
Mr.
member.
Cañete, you want to answer that? Ang papunta dito, ikaw may kasalanan nung lahat eh. Sir, may isa pa akong question sa inyo kasi lumayo tayo. Ang tanong ko lang naman kasi sa inyo, hindi yung cost ng bridge. Paano nyo alam na kasama yung epoxy injection dun sa tinatapos na final contract?
Nakakuha po kami ng report.
Hindi, yung report, ang sinasabi lang kailangan anong gawin. Yung final contract, yun po yung ibibid. Hindi nakalagay sa sulat nyo na nakalagay sa report. Ang nakalagay sa sulat nyo, total nandun sa ibibid out ng DPWH, bakit namin gagawin ngayon? Hintayin na natin yun.
Kasi alam namin na galing sa yung pagka-defect ng yung cracks na yon galing sa
Anyway, wala pa naman sa topic today yung bakit bumagsak. Pero since parang lahat sila sa iyo ngayon tumitingin, do you want to answer that now or the next time? Parang lumalabas sila kahit na daw hindi splinit, palpak daw yung design. Design flaw eh. So tinagalog ko lang. Kasi iba yung obsolete, iba yung outdated, iba yung palpak. Yung obsolete, di ba? Ibig sabihin hindi mo na gagamitin. Pero ayos siya when it was to be used. All the other bridges that existed before your design is still being used. It is that hindi na pwede kasi hindi na siya up to code. But ang sinasabi nila ngayon, all of their defects was because nag-ugat dun sa design nyo.
Actually, hindi ko kasi alam lahat ng detalye nung retrofit design, no? Yung sa independent check. Now, a third party pala, ang tawag, third party. Sinabi niya, pero ang mga nag-stand out sa mga statement niya is yung as-built, ibig sabihin, i-check yung structure based on
Yeah.
gumalaw na yung
Thank you for
PRA.
going to that. So anong findings sa as-built? May mga problema, di ba?
Yun na yung sa report niya. Pero ang design ko kasi is 12 na arko kompleto. So balansyado yun basta nandun siya. Tapos yung dulo-dulo nun, abutment. So may pipigil na lupa dun sa magkabilang dulo. So hindi siya supposedly dapat pwedeng itulak. And yung Pier 8, kaya naitulak yon dahil nasa gitna na siya ng ilog, napakataas na nung pier. Napakadaling itulak nung pier. Very flexible na yung poste. Tapos nag-crack. And binanggit naman ni Mr. Interior before na yung cracks naman nun are actually hindi ganun kagrabe. Hindi nga siya alarming. I mean, it doesn't render the structure useless.
But engineer, hindi yun yung mga nababasa ko ha. Yung mga
Yun na nga.
yung mga sulat kay RD kaya ko lang kita binigyan ng pagkakataon kasi nga yun ang direction dito eh. Direction ni Mr. Interior is that hindi dapat siya magbayad kasi design. Nag-umpisa tayo dito eh. Kayo talagang sinisisip. Kaya lang napunta dun sa trap, napunta sa but anyway, simulan mo sa una mong sulat tapos ano nangyari po? May nangyari ba sa mga sulat mo o wala?
Actually, sir, just to document it, ginagawa ko ng sulat. But I discuss it to them mismo sa verbally. Because isang office lang kami, I discuss it to them verbally. Pero ginagawa
So
ko
you were
lang,
smart enough to document it para
make
hindi
it
okay.
documented, sir. Oh.
And from the start, ano yung nakikita mong problema sa tulay?
From the start, sir, kasi while on progress yung construction, may mga nakaka-crack up na defects. So, despite na palagi nandun si designer on site to supervise it, at sinusunod namin lahat yung mga approved plans, nakaparoon pa rin ng problema na ganyan. So, I suspect na may design flaws, sir.
Susundan kita ha, na despite the fact na nandun yung designer at ginagawa, may lumabas na defect. You suspected baka sa design.
Yes, sir.
So malayo pa, wala pa yung earthquake.
Na nagkaroon na ng defect nung nag-submit ng revised plan ang designer, it is an admission of na mali yung design na nila.
Okay, but ang point ko po, may defect na at that time.
Yes, sir.
And dalawa lang ang pwedeng cause nung defect at that time, either construction or design.
Yes, sir.
Kasi at that time, wala pa yung bagyo, wala pa yung earthquake.
Yes,
diba?
sir. Wala pa.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Kailan una mong narinig yung building code kailangan masunod? Inabot mo pa ba yun? Hindi na. Siguro, Sec, next hearing or padala ko sa inyo, ang layo na sa timeline bago binanggit yung yung code eh. Yung code. Lahat so were you still involved, engineer, nung humihingi na ng pondong pang-repair yung hindi na,
sir,
wala ka na doon.
Wala na po.
Oo. So you're retired na?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Ba't kayo hindi na-promote? Wala kang
it is
padrino,
it is the
wala kang
discretion.
nagawang papor, hindi ka lang kilala, hindi ka nag-apply. No, I mean, I love people in government. And I think if there are 1 or 2 bad eggs, kawawa naman yung hindi. Di ba? But reviewing the documents, you did your job eh. So sa tingin mo, reflecting back, bakit ka hindi na-promote?
Sir, nasa discretion ng head of office kasi yun, sir.
I'm praying, hoping wala akong makitang masama pagtatapos tong hearing na to kasi so far lahat ng sulat mo, may isang sulat 1 year bago ka sagutin ni RD. But anyway, baka nga yun kasi baka nagkakausap naman kayo.
We audited phase 1 hanggang phase 5, sir.
Sir, I want to read it pero I don't want to put words in your mouth. Kayo na magsabi, sir, from the start or in your own words, sir, anong naging findings o conclusion niyo, sir?
Firstly, on the phase 1 and 2, We have some adverse finding on the implementation of the project. As mentioned in our affidavit, we proceeded to audit phase 3, but on the phase 3 there was no adverse finding. On the phase 4 that pertains to the repair and retrofitting, we have another finding on phase 4. And that finding was also incorporated and mentioned in our affidavit. On the phase 5, we requested an audit of phase 5 just lately after the bridge has collapsed. So our request for audit for technical evaluation on our engineer are still pending in the regional office, sir.
The original plan is used actually for bidding purposes, so that the contractors who would bid would have a basis, an intelligent basis for coming up with their own bid prices. Okay? After that, the contractor should do a survey to come up with an as-stake plans. The as-stake plans becomes the guide for construction. Why do you do that? To suit actual field conditions, which were not present during the time that it was surveyed, due for the original. Then comes the third, yung as-built plans. So, Engineer Adam did the evaluation, ang benchmark niya is the as-built plans. You do a as-built plans because there could have been, more often than not, there are deviations made by the contractor, whether approved or not by the department, deviations from the as-stake plans. Diba? Kaya lumalabas yung as-built plans. The as-built plans becomes one of the documents for final payment for our. So in this case, Engineer Abinales was tasked, no, to find the cause of failure on the basis of the as-built plans. So you could not say that it's primarily due to a flawed design. That would be unfair because he did not. Ang benchmark niya is not the original plan, but the as-built plans which could have been, which could have deviated in one way or another from the original plan. Okay? It would also be unfair if the consultant used the new code to evaluate it. It should have been evaluated against the code at the time of the original design. So, ganun nangyari. So, on that basis, gumawa siya ng retrofitting plans. That is the fourth plan. Nung bumaksak yung tulay, it was a retrofitted plan. And being able to pinpoint kung sino responsible becomes more complex. No? You're talking of the original, the as-stake plans, yung as-built plans, and the retrofitted plans. Kung ang babasihan pa ni Engineer Adam, yung current code, di more. It's unfair do sa designer. Di ba? Nagkataon lang na nilagay yung, kaya nagsama yung kasing epoxy against the original plan yun eh. Tapos itong retrofitting mo against yung as-built plans na. I just want to make that clarification kasi mahirap dito sabihin eh, sino talaga yung may kasalanan. But to say it's purely based on the design, unfair. No? Kasi hindi mo bine-benchmark yun eh. There was no way for you to benchmark your findings against the original plan or as the stake plan. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, first of all, sir, I'm grateful that you made that statement. Malinaw po, malinaw.
Design ko, monolithic or nakakabit yung arches sa piers. So, yun? So, parang may frame ka, 12 spans. Ang design ko, 12 spans, na 12 na arko, tapos restrain siya sa dulo-dulo ng abutment. Ang ginawa nila is, nag-phase 1 sila, 8 spans lang, span 1 up to span 8. Pagdating sa span 8, nasa gitna ka na ng ilog. Kasi yung first 4 spans nasa lupa eh. Nasa lupa. Buti na lang span 3 yung nag-collapse sa hindi sa tubig bumagsak kundi baka may namatay. Yung span 8, yung pier 8 na nagdadala nung arch number 8, okay pa siya nung kinonstruct yung pier, nilagay yung arco, nilagay yung steel floor system. Pero nung binuhusan na yung concrete deck, kasi yung floor system bakal eh, so magaan lang siya. Pagbuhos ng concrete deck, na-transfer na yung load dun sa arco. Eh yung arch number 8, walang kadugtong na arch 9. Kasi dapat kompleto eh. So dapat pipigilan siya nung arch 9. Ang arco kasi kapag nilagyan mo ng load, bubuka yun eh. Bubuka siya. Eh yung pier 8 nasa gitna ng ilog, napakataas na. Yun na yung pinakamataas kong columns. So slender na siya, madali na siyang itulak. Mathematically, ang slenderness is proportional to L cube. Cube ng height. So very slender talaga yung compared sa nasa pier 1, pier 2.
Your Honor.
I think the
Yes.
contractor wants to comment muna, sir.
Your Honor.
Just
Just
si
one comment.
Secretary muna. Yes, sir.
Just one comment lang. Engineer Cañete, in your detailed engineering design, did you prescribe a construction methodology for the entire structure? For the entire structure. For the entire structure.
Basically, ang ano ko is
Did you put into your detailed engineering design, which is required in any detailed engineering
Okay.
design, a construction methodology?
so let me answer.
Yes.
Okay. I was required to do a methodology. And my focus with the methodology was ang methodology kasi is to aid the contractor sa construction. Ang focus ko is what's the difficult part sa sa pag-construct ng nung complicated na tulay ko. Ang is yung steel na part.
I will adapt the question lang ni Secretary for the record, no?
Yeah.
So ang answer mo is yes, pero doon nakafocus.
Nakafocus ako sa
Kasi ang tanong niya, did you? So you did.
you
You did. Pero ang focus mo doon.
sa bakal.
So meaning yung in-explain mo
Sa-
ngayon na
sa-
dapat sabay-sabay, wala doon yon. Ang question ko lang, Sir,
Ang-
just to follow your logic, dapat ba nandun yon if he didn't assume naman na may phase 1, phase 2?
Considering, Your Honor, that this is a very unique design. This is the first structure ever designed in the Philippines or
Yung Bamban Bridge sa MacArthur Highway, matagal na yun eh.
Yeah, but engineer, ikaw din nagsabi nung unang hearing na medyo iba tong design first in the Philippines. May obligasyon din ba yung contractor when he bid to know that, or he's just relying sa methodology nung designer?
Hindi siya, sir, monolithic yung arch with the pier. So parang continuous frame siya.
Yung
Nung nakita ko na yung pier 8 na
yung
nung tinulak na
yung
niya.
mali yung mali na ito'y pinace kaya bumuka. Was that na
Nung in-inform na nila ako, tapos pumunta ko doon, tapos nakita ko, syempre tutulak niya to, tinulak niya. Pero hindi siya alarming eh.
but they were quoting you here na hindi nga kailangan ng retrofit.
Oh, kasi maliit lang yung cracks, hindi naman siya alarming.